Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Jane Halton, and I have the privilege of officiating Chloe and Nicholas's wedding on this beautiful, beautiful day. It's always a gamble getting married in June, in June, but this day has turned out for them, and we're glad you're all here today. A few quick housekeeping announcements. The first one is the most obvious, that you double check your cell phones are turned off. And then they've asked that just for the duration of the ceremony, we keep our phones and cameras down, let the awesome media team capture the events of the day. Following the ceremony, you're allowed to take as many photos as you'd like. And also, when the ceremony ends, you're invited to a reception just behind us here. But they've asked that you stay in the building because there's going to be an opportunity for photos with the bride and groom, and they want everyone to be able to hear your names called. So if you get drawn into the sunshine, you might miss the opportunity to take a photo or be in a family photo. So stick around here, and then once your photo's done, move as you'd like. And with that, let's begin. If you are able, please rise for the bride. You guys take one step that way. Perfect. One step that way. Perfect. Thank you. You may all be seated. On behalf of Chloe and Nicholas, I want to welcome everyone here today. And we want to begin our celebration by acknowledging with gratitude that we're gathered on the unceded territory of the Coquitlam Nation. We are gathered here today not to witness the beginning of what will be, but rather to celebrate a love that already is. Chloe and Nicholas have been together for many years, but something about marriage, something about making an intentional and formal commitment to one another in front of their friends and family spoke to them. And your love and support of Chloe and Nicholas has been so valuable, and they're thankful to have you here to celebrate with us today. And Chloe and Nicholas, I want to welcome you two to your own wedding ceremony. This is it. You've made it. All the time you've spent planning and thinking and dreaming about this day has led the two of you to this moment right here. So I want to invite you to be fully present. Forget about the schedule or what the weather might do. Everything is set and wonderful. And as you hold each other's hands and take a deep breath, know that these are the hands that will hold yours through all of life's challenges and milestones. And this is the ground where you will take your first steps as husband and wife. And this is the place where you will speak the words that build a foundation of your lifelong marriage. And these are the people who will be with you every step of the way. I want to give you a quick moment just to turn and give them a smile, see who's here to support you because they love you. Every person in this room today is here because they love you, they support you, and they believe in the power and the goodness of your relationship. And there's no better way to start your marriage than surrounded by the people you love most in the world. Now, speaking of starting your marriage, I have a few important questions to ask the both of you. We call these commitment statements or intention statements. Chloe and Nicholas, do you, with family and friends as your witnesses, present yourselves willingly to enter into this marriage, believing the love you share in each other will endure all things? And do you promise to care for each other in the joys and sorrows of life, and to share the responsibility for growth and enrichment of your life together? If so, please say we do.
We do.
Okay, they're in, folks. I'd now like to invite Nicholas's sisters, Bronwyn and Tracy Lee, forward. They have each a reading to share with us today.
The Conversations That Matter by John Robin. Every great love story is a never-ending conversation. From the first tentative questions we ask as we get to know one another, to the nail-biting discussions of trust and commitment, to the most profound heart-to-heart explorations of our love, our pain, and our dreams. It's the quality of our questions and our answers that allow us to continue learning and growing with one another through the years. And when conflict comes, as it inevitably does, when we weave two lives together, it's our commitment to being curious rather than correct that allows us to turn toward instead of away from one another in the moments of disagreement. Whether you and your partner are talkative or quiet, the words that pass between you, as well as the expressions and gestures that accompany those words, will define and determine your relationship. A true love story isn't a fairy tale. It takes vulnerability and effort. The reward is that you love your partner more on your 50th anniversary than you did on your wedding night. You can stay in love forever.
An excerpt from Winnie the Pooh by A.A. Milne. If you live to be 100, I want to live to be 100 minus 1 day, so I never have to live without you. Piglet sidled up to Pooh from behind. Pooh, he whispered. Yes, Piglet. Nothing, said Piglet, taking Pooh's hand. I just wanted to be sure of you. We'll be friends forever, won't we, Pooh? Asked Piglet. Even longer, Pooh answered. If ever there is a tomorrow when we're not together, there is something you must always remember. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. But the most important thing is, even when we're apart, we'll always be with you.
Thank you. Thank you both. And now I have the privilege of reflecting with all of you for a few moments on the marriage of Chloe and Nicholas and how it came to be. How did this love story end up taking us to this moment? The movement of love and connection between two people is a fabulous thing. It's not something that can be found by searching or wishing. It's kind of a fortunate accident or an unplanned and wonderful surprise. And Nicholas and Chloe were both surprised to have such a great connection the first time they met. Their story involves not just the two of them, but a few other people up front with us here today. Chloe was planning a night out on the town with her friend Christina, and it turned out Christina's brother Matthew also had plans for a night out, so why not have a little pre-party drinking together? You all know where this is going. Nicholas was one of Matthew's friends that arrived at Chloe's for the activities. And after a short night of partying, Chloe and Nicholas hit it off and exchanged numbers in order to plan a proper date. And it turns out that proper date was a raging success, and they began to see each other more and more regularly. They got to know each other hiking and playing board games and having dinner with friends. And they knew they were in love during their first trip together, a romantic getaway to Bowen Island, filled with so much laughter. This is how Chloe described the early days to me. From day one, there has always been this comfort between us, to always be completely open, honest, and vulnerable. Both of us have always been our genuine, goofy, fun-loving selves with each other. And now, marriage is the absolute sharing of life's experiences, and it's an adventure in the most intimate of human relationships. It's been said before that everyone's deep desire is to both be fully known and fully loved. When someone knows us all the way down, we feel seen and heard. That genuine, goofy, fun-loving self is accepted. And when we are in a relationship as intimate as marriage, the good and the bad are seen, and yet we are still loved. Someone is taking joy in us in a new way, and we become alive in a different way. Marriage is a partnership where you can grow and be your true selves. Namely, you have found such love and support that you wish to spend the rest of your life together. You take each other in your entirety as companion, lover, and friend. Chloe and Nicholas, remember that the greatest gift you can give to one another is your willingness to accept one another for who you are, and this will cement the foundation for a strong and lasting marriage. When I was preparing for today, I asked Chloe and Nicholas just what they love about each other. And now I want to remind you, Chloe, to continue to bring the positive energy into the world, and especially into Nicholas's life. He loves your plans, but he mostly loves them because they are plans you make for the two of them together. You help him come out of his shell and live life to the fullest. And Nicholas, continue to protect Chloe from spiders and make her feel warm and fuzzy and truly loved. She appreciates how genuine you are, and she loves that you let her plan, but you will speak your mind if you have a strong opinion. And so today, we celebrate those things, and we celebrate the commitment you are choosing to make with one another. You have done both a difficult and an amazing thing. Not only have you found the person with whom you want to spend the rest of your life, but you've begun to build that life together. And this is a life celebrated and loved, not only by the two of you, but also by your friends and family. And I have a few things that your friends and family have shared with me about the two of you that I want you to hear on this special day. Shannon said a few things that really resonated and were repeated by many people. She said, "I love that they balance each other out, they share the same values and strive to help the other reach their goals. They are each other's support systems and providing challenges to better not just themselves, but also to enrich their lives. They share humor, expectations, and every day they find a way to embrace and proclaim their love for each other. You would never question their deep-rooted and genuine love." Another story also seems to capture their essence. Last year, Nicholas and Chloe had an occasion to celebrate. I think it was their anniversary or one of their birthdays. But rather than going out and spending a bunch of money, they decided to stay home and have a Mario Kart tournament. This included a spreadsheet that tracked the scores. It speaks to their shared love of games and competition and how organized they are, or maybe how organized Chloe is. But most importantly, it shows their ideal way to spend time together is with each other. No bells and whistles, just quality time between the two of them. And many of your friends encouraged you to continue to do what you were doing because they admire your relationship. I'm sure you will continue to enjoy one of Chloe's delicious dinners or a nice bottle of wine and new movies on Friday nights. But soon you will be enjoying these evenings as husband and wife. For you are both whole and complete individuals on your own, but you're here today because you believe life is better together. Now it's just about time to share your vows with one another, but before I invite your dad to bring the vows forward, I want to give you a moment to take another look at each other and remember that first time you met and the first time you thought, I think I've met the one. This is the moment of today I want you to remember forever. And now if we could have Chloe's dad bring the vow books up, please. Now, Chloe, you have been elected or selected to go first. So I'm going to hand you the mic and step over there. And when you're done, Nicholas, it'll be your turn to share your vows. There you go. Take your time.
My dearest Nicholas Peter Burns, you are my favorite human in the entire world, and I feel incredibly lucky standing here today to profess my love to you. The very first time you walked into my parents' house, I thought, damn, this guy is really cute. While in my mind I was being subtle with my flirting, it turns out you knew exactly what my intentions were. However, I am glad I was not subtle, because as you have said in the past, it made you feel very comfortable flirting back, or your version of flirting. The best way I can describe our courtship is that it was easy. I have always felt that I could be my weird, goofy self with you, which led to us being able to have an open discussion about anything. As a couple, we have always been on the same page, and we both love to make a game plan, making each day feel effortless. You make me feel loved every day, whether it's when you are protecting me, mainly from my own feelings, or when you take out the recycling when it's full because you know I hate doing it, or when you compliment me at least 5 times a day. You have made me learn to love myself better, and I only hope I can spend the rest of my life making you feel the same way. I love so many things about you, from your impeccable use of a good meme or GIF, to your commitment and enthusiasm to wear any costume I have put together. I love that you always know exactly the word I'm looking for when I'm trying to explain something. Your genuine ability to be a good stand-up man, and your goofy giggle when you laugh at your own jokes. We have been together for almost a decade now, and I still wake up every morning beside you thinking, damn, this guy is really cute. And now, before all our friends and family, I make these promises to you for the rest of our lives. I vow to make good communication the cornerstone of our relationship, to discuss everything before it becomes an issue, to always explain my feelings and to always listen to yours, to remember to give you the benefit of the doubt, and to make sure I am fully fed before any important discussion. I vow to keep our lives organized and our social calendar full, and to be your forever navigator and DJ. I vow to prioritize our health so that we can live long and full lives together, to continue to always keep our bodies moving so that we can hike even into our later days, And I promise to not overcommit myself to things, to not overwork, and to remember to take time for myself. I vow to try really, really hard to put my shoes away so you don't trip on them. I said try.
Oh, I know.
And to close every cupboard and drawer in the kitchen so you don't walk into them. And I will try to clean my hair from the drain every now and then so your shower doesn't turn into a bath. I vow to never take life too seriously with you, and to always have fun and laugh together. To be your lifelong competitor and beat you at most board games, and to commit to being better than you at Mario Kart one day. I promise to eventize even the smallest of occasions with a movie marathon, and to make friends quotes our love language. Most importantly, I vow to be a good Italian wife and to keep you well fed with my delicious cooking for the rest of your life. And above all, I vow to never take our love for granted, to remember that our relationship is a priority and to always make time for each other. I vow not only to love you every day, but to remind you every day about how much I love and appreciate you. In the words of our favorite artist, Noah, everywhere, everything, wanna love you till we're food for the worms to eat, till our fingers decompose, keep my hand in yours.
Okay. Chloe, watching you walk down the aisle with that same beautiful face and smile that captivated me 7 years ago, I'm reminded of just how grateful and lucky I am to have met you. I am in love with you, and I am excited to continue our lives together, because our lives don't start today. They started the day we met and will continue with every new memory we share together. I've never been so comfortable with someone in my life as I was when we first met. I was never intimidated to show my true, awkward, and sometimes annoying self with you. You've challenged me to step out of my comfort zone, and in doing so, have made me a more confident person. And I am incredibly grateful for that. It didn't take me long to realize how wonderfully unique you are when on our first date you mentioned driving down a fake road. It was a parking lot. You being your genuine self, not necessarily thinking about the sometimes odd things that you may say or do, is one of the main reasons I fell in love with you. Early on, all I ever wanted was to spend time with you, get to know you, and we would spend most days together indulging in a combined love of games and movies. I soon found out that watching a movie of you past 9 p.m. often meant me finishing it as you fell asleep. I didn't care though. I just wanted to be with you, and all these years later, that has not changed. Fast forward 6 months, and we took our first big trip together to Bowen Island. This was the trip that revealed to me that we were truly meant for each other. I loved your genuine reaction to seeing a deer and asking if it would attack us, as well as our combined competitiveness as we both refused to end a game of Uno early, even though it took the length of a movie to complete. You're the most hardworking, loyal, and competitive person I've ever met. No matter the task, you're always striving to do better, to be a better person, to work those long hours to ensure we can live the life we want, and to be everyone's hype person as you find the positive attributes in people, even when they don't see it in themselves. I love your excitement and childlike nature. I love hearing you talk to yourself when you think you messed up dinner or when you fall off a track in Mario Kart. I love that any news I share of you is always met with the utmost joy. Your positive energy is inspiring. Chloe, I love you more than the Canucks.
I win.
And I promise to show you that every day. I promise to always be there to listen to you, to listen to your mini rants when you need to be heard, to listen to you talk about the shows you watch that I don't fully understand, and to listen to your lists as you continuously, with love, plan our lives. I ask that you are patient with me Although I do listen, I am quite forgetful. I vow to always unclog the shower even when I'm annoyed that you sometimes forget. I will continue to communicate with you, openly and honestly, as we always have. I will ask for advice when I seek guidance, and will appreciate your perspective, always. I will consider your opinions and feelings at all times, in every action I take. I will find the words that you seek when you get stuck as we overanalyze every movie we watch. I promise to continue with our hiking and traveling adventures, and in doing so will make my own physical and mental health a priority, so we can enjoy those moments for an entire lifetime of adventures, and to make sure I don't get an old man belly. I swear to make you feel important, not take what we have for granted, and to make us a priority, because you're the most important person to me. I will always make time for us, for our date nights and for our game nights with friends, and our annual Christmas week off, and I promise to never leave home without a kiss goodbye. Most importantly, I promise to be there for you, always, to support you, to make you laugh, to quote movies and TV shows with you, to grow old with you, and I promise to update these vows as necessary as we grow together, because as our lives change, as we change, I will need new promises to show you how much I care about and love you. I don't know where life will take us necessarily, but I do know wherever it goes, I'll be by your side every step of the way, and there's no challenge too difficult we can't overcome together. I know we will always be honest with each other, and I know with you, I will never have to go hungry again. Chloe, you make me happier than I ever thought I could be, and I will spend the rest of my life trying to make you feel the same way. I love you.
Now, as many couples do, Chloe and Nicholas have chosen to exchange rings as a symbol of their marriage vows that were shared today. And these rings will be a daily reminder of the promises you've made to each other and a sign of the love that bonds you together. So if we could have the rings be brought over, please. Now for two Lord of the Rings fans, before we exchange the wedding rings, I will say to you, one ring to rule you, one ring to find you, one ring to bring you into matrimony, and in marriage bind you. Nicholas, please take Chloe's left hand, and you'll repeat after me. Chloe, I give this ring to you.
Chloe, I give this ring to you.
As a token of my love and devotion.
As a token of my love and devotion.
I pledge to you all that I am.
I pledge to you that all that I am.
And all that I will ever be as your husband.
All that I'll ever be as your husband.
Go ahead. And now, Chloe, you'll repeat after me. Nicholas, I give this ring to you.
Nicholas, I give this ring to you.
As a token of my love and devotion.
As a token of my love and devotion.
I pledge to you all that I am.
I pledge to you all that I am.
And all that I will ever be as your wife.
And all that I will ever be as your wife.
Go ahead. And now Nicholas and Chloe are going to take a moment to sign the wedding license, and we'll be right back for the very important ending. Get ahead that way. Why don't you guys stand right there? Yeah, perfect.
Okay, here we go. You're gonna go first. You're gonna sign this X right here. Just double check your name's spelled right and your birthday's right. Okay, so just sign there. And then also right there. Great, and then you could hand the pen to your husband. Nicholas, you're going to sign right there. That top X. And sorry, Chloe, right here. Thank you. And then I'll take the pen. There we go. So for the witness, you sign this middle X and then you print your name right here. And there's one more place for you. Here you print and then sign. I'm going to sign there and then print there, please. Yeah, print and sign.
Chloe and Nicholas, today, surrounded by your loved ones, you have made a commitment to one another. You have vowed to love and support each other, symbolizing those vows in the exchange of rings. You have declared your intent to marry one another, and it is with great delight that I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
More.